Good evening to all my dear friends. Today, once more again, I am going to teach you a new topic in English grammar, that is imperative sentence. In my previous video lecture, I had given you full description, full idea about interrogative sentence. So now look at and try to understand and try to enjoy imperative sentence. So imperative sentence is also very important because through this sentence we can give advice. Through this sentence we can give request, command, order, this kind of things. So this sentence is very important. So initially I give some more introductory part about imperative sentence. So already I have told you that sentence is divided into 5 parts, and imperative sentence is also a part of sentence. And what is the definition of imperative sentence? What is the definition of imperative sentence? Imperative sentence is a part of sentence and it tells us advice, order, command, request, instruction, like all these things. So now look at some more examples so you can understand what is actually imperative sentence. So in my previous class I told you the pattern of interrogative sentence and assertive sentence. So let me tell you what is the pattern of imperative sentence. In imperative sentence, generally or normally subject is hidden. Subject is hidden. So what is the structure? What is the pattern of imperative sentence? The pattern of imperative sentence is verb plus object. What I have told you? Verb plus object. But in imperative sentence, the subject is thought or supposed to be you, the pronoun you. What I have told you? The subject of imperative sentence is generally supposed to be you, but the pronoun you is hidden. Okay, so look at some more examples. For example, shut the window. Shut the window. Look at shut the window. Shut is the verb and the window is the object. So shut the window. Open the door. Open the door. Please try to understand each and every sentence having a particular sense, having a particular meaning. So open the door, it implies the command or the order. Third thing, kindly give or please open the door. Please open the door or kindly open the door. Look at, by using the word please and kindly, the meaning is changed and it acts like request. It acts like request. And another, let me tell another example. If you read well, you can achieve good result in exam. Try to understand. This sentence is also known as imperative sentence and it acts actually like suggestion. What I have told you? Suggestion. So my dear students, it is very important to note down that is in imperative sentence or through imperative sentence we can express what is what is the expression we can find from imperative sentence? That is request, that is command or order, that is suggestion, that is advice. And another note down, please note down this particular portion. In imperative sentence, there you will not find any subject. Generally, most of the sentences, definitely there will be some rules and regulation that violates particular rules, but most of the cases we find imperative sentence the subject is hidden. Okay, so I think you have got at least some idea about imperative sentence. And you know, if we can't identify imperative sentence, we can't do voice change. Okay, because you know, actually in secondary and higher secondary, one voice change is must. So we should identify initially imperative sentence, and then we will have to change and we will have to convert from active to passive. So my dear students, I think you have got my point, how you can identify an imperative sentence. What is the source, what is the sign to identify imperative sentence? Initially in the sentence, or the sentence will begin with verb and object. Verb and object. And one thing I had forgotten to tell you, to add you, that is the punctuation. What is the punctuation? In imperative sentence, the punctuation will be full stop, like assertive sentence. I had told you earlier that in assertive sentence the punctuation will be full stop. In interrogative sentence the punctuation will be question mark, but in imperative sentence the punctuation will be also full stop. So please note down this particular information, because sometimes we make mistake having full idea also. So my dear students, once again I am saying you, I am giving some more examples, and you try to identify whether these sentences are an example of imperative sentence or not. First sentence, shut the door, sit down, please stand up, do it. Whatever sentences I have told you yet now, whether I am asking you, and please you note down, and you will not have to note down, you answer to my question on my comment section, whether these sentences are actually imperative sentences or not. If it is imperative sentences, so you write on my comment section the answer. Thank you once more again. In my next class, I will give you another sentence in English grammar, that is optative sentence. Thank you. Now let me tell some more features about imperative sentence. The most important features of imperative sentence is order, request, giving instruction, advice, inviting, and apologizing. So how many features are there? There are mainly 7 or 8 features. So now I will give some example, so then you can understand what I mean to say actually. Now order, how we can identify that this sentence is actually order or not. So first example is that do it now, do it now, open the door, open the door, do it immediately, look at. Each and every sentence is clearly indicating that one is giving a command, an order. Okay, order, do it now. That means he is giving the instruction, you perform your job as soon as possible. Not any mercy, not any requesting sense. Okay, second thing, requesting. So I am giving you a very easy process how you can identify about requesting. If you find two words, one is kindly and another is please. If you find these two words, please and kindly, you can blindly identify this is an example of imperative sentence under requesting part. Please and kindly, if you find. Third is giving instruction. As I have already told you that giving instruction is also a part of imperative sentence. That means write your name here. So if you if you watch, if you try to recapitulate of your past life, of your school or of your college or university, in your question paper, in your question sheet or in your question sheet, there it is mentioned, it is instructed, write down your name properly and write down your name properly and answer of your own words. So somehow this is suggesting that instruction. So you take your pen, so somehow this is also an instruction. And fourth is advising. What is advising? Smoking is injurious. Smoking is injurious. Somehow this is also an advice. Okay, fifth is inviting. What I have told you? Inviting. So let me give some example about inviting. Take this pen. This is an example of inviting under imperative sentence. And last but not least, that is, I have told you, apologizing. Kindly excuse me this time. This is also an example of imperative sentence. Okay, so my dear students, one thing I also want to add with this particular imperative sentence, that is the classification of imperative sentence. Imperative sentence is also classified or divided into two parts. What are the two parts? One part is positive imperative sentence and another is negative imperative sentence. So now look at and let me tell some example about positive imperative sentence and negative imperative sentence, so you can easily understand what is actual imperative sentence. So positive imperative sentence, write down your name here. So this is imperative sentence, but this is an example of imperative sentence, but this is under affirmative, this is under positive, because in this sentence there is not any negial words like no, nor, not. But how we can convert from positive to negative imperative sentence? Its process is very easy. We'll have to say, don't write down your name. So its negative imperative sentence will be, don't write down your name. Don't. By using the word don't. Okay. Second, come here. It is also an example of imperative sentence, but this sentence is under affirmative, because in this sentence there is not any no, nor, not. So how we can convert, how we can transform from affirmative to negative? That is, don't come here. So by using don't, we can transform it from positive to negative. So once more again I am repeating that I think you have got my point, what I mean to say. In order to make positive to negative, we'll have to use don't. Thank you once more again. So if you think this video helps you to enrich your knowledge, so definitely you must subscribe and like my channel.